Hello and welcome to Byju's IAS. Let's get started and look into our daily quiz. Let's look into the first question. Which of the following are the Arya Satyas in Buddhism? Dukkha, Samudaya, Sangha, Nirodha, Magga. The answer to this is 1, 2, 4 and 5 only. Why have we taken this practice question? Because this article here speaks about Buddha collection. What are these Arya Satyas? These are also called as the Four Noble Truths. What does it include? It includes Dukkha, Samudaya, Nirodha and Magga, and it does not include Sangha. Since it does not include Sangha, the answer to this would be 1, 2, 4 and 5 only. What do we understand with this Four Noble Truths of Buddhism? When you consider the first one, Dukkha, this is the truth of suffering. What is the truth of suffering? All of us have various types of attachments. We also have wishes as well. We might also have impermanent states in our thought process as well. We cling on to these attachments, and ultimately when these thoughts are not fulfilled, when these wishes are not fulfilled, what we have is dukkha. So that happens to be the truth of suffering. All of us have expectations. If these expectations are not met, it gives a sign of dukkha, says the first noble truth. Then we have samudaya, which means the truth of the origin of suffering. Then we have nirodha, which is the truth of end of suffering, where we would not have any attachment. There is elimination of sensual craving. In such a case, this leads to the truth of magga, which is the end of the suffering. So the four noble truths include dukkha, samudaya, nirodha and magga. Now let's look into the next practice question. Samudra Shakti is a naval bilateral maritime exercise between India and Thailand, Indonesia, South Africa, Maldives. The answer to this is Indonesia. Why have we taken this practice question? Because this article here makes a mention of exercise Samudra Shakti. What is this Samudra Shakti? This happens to be a naval exercise between India and Indonesia. Because of this naval exercise, there will be an enhancement in the bilateral relationship, mutual understanding will increase, and ultimately both the navies would be able to exchange some of the advantages that they have learned over a period of time. So the best practices between both the countries will be shared, leading to better understanding between India and Indonesia. The joint exercises basically include some of the maneuvers, surface warfare exercises, weapon firing drills, helicopter operations and boarding operations as well. Now let's look into the next practice question. With respect to Global Innovation Index, which of the following statements are correct? It is published by World Economic Forum. GII was published for the first time in 2007. The index is published biennially ever since. India has been on a rising trajectory over the past several years in the Global Innovation Index. Which of the statements are correct? The answer to this is 3 only. Why have we taken this practice question? Because this article here makes a mention of Global Innovation Index. When we look into the first option is wrong. Why? Because it is not published by World Economic Forum, but instead it is published by Cornell University, INSEAD and the World Intellectual Property Organization. So these organizations come together. They also source information from multiple other organizations as well. One of the organizations where it can get the information happens to be the World Economic Forum, but it is ultimately published by these three organizations. So the first statement is wrong. When we look into the second statement, GII was published for the first time in 2007. This is right, but the second part is wrong. It is not biennially, but this is published annually. So this is an annual publication, which is why the second option is also wrong as well. But when you consider the third statement, yes, India has been seeing a rise when it comes to its ranking. When we go back to the year 2020, its ranking was 48th. Now it is at 46th. And if we go back to the year 2015, its ranking was 81 as well. So what we are seeing is a progress made by India when it comes to the innovation index. So this particular index is given by Cornell University, INSEAD and World Intellectual Property Organization. When you consider the 2021's ranking, India, as we have seen, has increased its ranking by about 2 rankings. So what is this due to? This is due to innovation led by the private sector as well as by the public sector agencies. When we look into the public sector agencies, we have different scientific departments. Let's say, for example, the Department of Atomic Energy, the Department of Science and Technology, the Department of Biotechnology, the Department of Space. They've all played a vital role when it comes to innovation in India. Added to this, the boost is also given by the private sector as well. There is a boost given by the startup ecosystem as well, and we also have the science engineering graduates who are the major strength when it comes to the development of the innovation index in India. This is what is happening on the Indian front, but when you look at the global front, you have Switzerland, which is topping the charts, followed by Sweden, US, UK, and Korea. Now let's look into the next practice question. Consider the following pairs. We have species on one side, recently discovered place on the other side. Where was this species discovered? Musa pradhani, Darjeeling; Syngium anamalainam, Coimbatore; Selaginella odishana, Kandamal. Which of the above pairs are correctly matched? The answer to this is 1, 2, and 3. Why have we taken this practice question? Because this article here makes a mention of newly discovered species. What are these species? We have the species of Musa pradhani, which is nothing but a species of wild banana. Where was it discovered? It was in Darjeeling. Then we have the species of wild jamun called as Syzygium anamalainam, which was discovered in Coimbatore in Tamil Nadu. Then we have a species of fern called as Selaginella odishana, which was recorded from Kandhamal in Odisha. This can be very important from the preliminary examination point of view, where in the past you have UPSC which has asked about bananas discovered in Andaman and Nicobar, so on and so forth. So this can be very important from the preliminary examination point of view. Now let's look into the next practice question. Consider the following pairs. We have the place of pilgrimage and the location. Srisailam, Nallamala Hills; Omkareshwar, Satmala Hills; Pushkar, Mahadev Hills. Which of the above pairs are correctly matched? The answer to this is 1 only. Why? That is because when we consider Omkareshwar, it is present on Mandata Hills in Madhya Pradesh and not in Satmala Hills. And when we consider Pushkar, where is it? It is in Rajasthan, but Mahadev Hills is in Madhya Pradesh. So this is also wrong as well. So the answer to this would be 1 only. This happens to be a previous year question from the year 2015. Now let's look into the fact of the day. The fact of the day for today's discussion is biodecomposer. We have discussed in the past about stubble burning. There are farmers from the region of Punjab, from the regions of Haryana who burn the stubble, and as a result there is pollution in the national capital region in Delhi as well as in the northern plains. In order to prevent this, in order to prevent stubble burning, the Delhi government will start spraying the biodecomposer for free in about 4,000 acres of paddy fields in Delhi. Now the question is, what is this biodecomposer? This is a solution. Developed by whom? This happens to be developed by the scientists at the Indian Agricultural Research Institute of Pusa. What is the solution? This is a fungi based solution. What should the farmer do? He has to use this solution, spray it on the stubble, and over a period of time the hard stubble that is present on the field will also soften as well, and this can also be used indirectly as the manure. The number of days it takes for the softening of the stubble is about 20 days. When you consider the stubble burning, what happens? You burn the stubble, and as a result the soil might also lose its productivity and the fertility over a period of time. Some of the useful bacteria may also get destroyed during this particular process, and as we all know, it causes a lot of harm to the environment as well. And if we are using this solution, the stubble works as a manure and ultimately improves the fertility and productivity of the soil. That happens to be the significant factor of the biodecomposer. But there is a major challenge as well. What is this challenge? As we discussed, it takes about 20 days for softening of the stubble, but farmers are not happy with it. Why? Because the farmers usually have a process of about 7 days to about 10 days. So they have to wait for another 20 days, which means they have to extend their timeline by about 10 days. This happens to be a major challenge when it comes to the biodecomposer. However, The Delhi government has requested other state governments. It has also spoken to the union government to make sure that the stubble burning is comparatively reduced, whereby all these farmers in other states start using this biodecomposer solution. It is this that we have to understand in reference to this fact of the day. So, this is it for today. Thank you for watching. All the best.